I want to talk about the live action about the Yu Yu Hasho, Yu Yu Hasho live action, and it exists. There's live action. Like I said this before, like it came out. I said this on my previous stream, and I predicted it. Kind of. Look, Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a series. It used to have a mobile game, and I played the mobile game of Yu Yu Hakusho mobile, and like even Saint Seiya, the mobile where it did have PvP, and then Shaman King mobile. This came out, and it's on the like this Supercampeones that hadn't came, but like I say, I play Full Metal Alchemist and mobile, and there's the Yuki Hashio. There's the game shot of the movie that's coming out. I don't know it's a movie or a season. This is a complete perfect. It's just like it's not hard to adapt the anime series like they do in the Avatar Airbender and the Yuki Hashio. It came out. Like, why can't Resident Evil have a proper TV series adapted? TV series? It was good, but it has to be like, if they want to win the fans, and then they have to do the Resident Evil right. And Yuki Hashio, like this reason why I kind of know, and like I kind of know there's already a fan film. There's two, but like they brought but like I said, there's two that I really like, but they never like gave them a chance to do a Resident Evil film. And there's one YouTube channel. It's Genburst. Its name is Genburst. GEN then space BURST. Yeah, this is it. Like perfection. Like this Chris Redfield and this Jill. Like there was like other stuff, but they do like the intro opening or parody video game thing on their channels, and this is like a parody, and they did the manga. The manga wasn't created like Japanese. It was created in Chinese. The manga of Resident Evil, full with action. And there was like Carlos, Jill together. There's like Leon and Claire together, and then the motorcycle driving through to see Sherry, and then save Sherry from the alligator, because there was like perhaps like horror in it, but like some stuff that wasn't in the final like Resident Evil thing. and they remove it. Like the alligator cage, just like in the beta. That's like some example. It's like the example of Resident Evil 2. Like the example of Resident Evil 2 beta where it shows like the alligator chasing Leon and then Ada was unconscious, but that was in the beta of the concept art or something from Resident Evil Remake. And then they fixed it from Resident Evil 4 Remake. Like this is it. It exists. The channel is a Gen Burst GN, then space BURST. And they make there's like Resident Evil 3. There's another channel that like Nemesis versus Kill. It's Resident Evil 1, Chris Redfield. Like, but it exists in the YouTube channel of theirs. It's GN space BURST Burst Gen Burst, and there's a 30. No, there's a live action TV series. Just like there was like Full Metal Alchemist, Edward, and then the Full Metal Alchemist, and then there that was popularly. That was like the first thing that's ever made. Like I said, that's like, what if there was a question like, what if the creators who created the anime series as such to do live action, and they're doing it. One Piece was made a different studio live action. With this, Yuzu Hashio, it's like Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, and now the Full Metal Alchemist. And like they could do a Resident Evil like this version. They want Resident Evil 1 remake live action. Like allow another studio, or let the studio from like Bandela that created the animation, and they did the Saint Seiya. They did the Saint Seiya live action. Like I know my live action. Like Saint Seiya live action. Wasn't one time only, but it was like a different story. It wasn't like based on like, it wasn't based on like the anime properly in some way. And there's this. The Saint Seiya it came out one time only, but it was good, but it was wasn't like based on like the anime of the original. But it's okay because it was like the first glimpse that would have been. But like I said, it's harder. But it looks like how like Resident Evil is, or like Vendetta was, where the original finally come back, but they're like come together. Yeah, this is like how it is, and then they came back together now. They finally came back together from Full Metal Alchemist, Bleach live action. That was both good. this is like how it is. Like it's like it's really this is like all it is, you know, like they don't want to go serious, but they did on this live action movie, and now like they could really do a proper Resident Evil if they want, like a Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil Vendetta could be one with like it could look like the characters and not like some side story that is created. And but I see why it's a maybe point of more viewership. And there's this. Even so, it's a parody. It did good. Gemburst channel has like parody videos, and it's good. And it has like Resident Evil 1 plus parody, but it's pretty close to like the characters. Like, but they put into like how Shonen Soccer is. Their type of parody and style is from Shonen Soccer. It's like a parody soccer. That's what it is. That does like moves and like Captain Tesoro or Captain Supercampeones. And they do this parody. And okay, this is Saint Seiya. Isn't like Dragon Ball Z is? Like how Dragon Ball Z did? I don't know if they did it right. But it's really close, you know. The studio that took this Saint Seiya was the one that also did Vendetta. They could do Resident Evil Vendetta live action. Like the characters that to look like them, and not like change their looks, whatever. Look allow another studio to do the Resident Evil reboot. There's the One Piece. No, there's the One Piece. There's the hakusho. They already did Yuki Kenshin. It pretty much the anime is doing like the mobile games, and now they're doing like bringing back the series back for live action. Oh, and like and it's like it isn't that hard to do like a Resident Evil properly, Resident Evil series properly. Like that's why I play Resident Evil. And sometimes I play it. Yeah, and this like is close to the characters of the anime of they did it perfectly to the One Piece dude, but like this is serious. Like this is like what if they took over? Like they pretty much did this. Look, and they show a demonstration. Like this is like I don't know, like I kind of know my anime and my games, like how Resident Evil Vendetta came out one time only in theaters. Like that's the reason why like the producer that was in charge of the CGI was one of them, and then it changed. Then didn't came no more. Yeah, this is it. This is the characters. They look exact same as, I don't know about the middle, but like the main character, they got three of them, the left, right, and I don't know the right side, but like they look exact same as the counterparts, and they did it like well, like like I could see they could do a Resident Evil 3 TV series. Like I say, they take turns, I think, the movies and them. Like, well, I think it's one of the anime whether they want to do. Oh, like Resident Evil doesn't give them a chance to do. Or another studio to do a Resident Evil for them. Well, like what Collection City did great, but like I say, they changed the character looks, you know? Like Wesker, they kept Wesker, they kept Chris, and Claire, but not Jill or Leon. They made Leon weak. They look like them. And like the creators are like taking over, I think. They did this. They also could do like the Resident Evil 3. They could do a Resident Evil 3 movie. Imagine if they did that. The original Resident Evil 3. Like there's Jill, you know, this and then this Carlos, and then there's the like it is. You think I don't know, like I don't know much, or well, like there's like. Like there's there's Chris, there's Claire, and Wesker return in the ending. If they don't see the ending of Welcome Raccoon City, like I said, they did great with the zombies of the mansion and stuff. It's just that they in the show more pop up, like how zombies, how they survive, like how they run around the zombies, how they escape, how they proceed, you know? Like they made Leon more rookie, like that's a no. Like and Jill is there's the two characters that like didn't did well. But Jill is okay because they were like it was okay, you know, I didn't care. As long as they like kinda look like their characters, it's okay, you know. They brought like two big names. They brought like the Maze Runner who play as Claire. They brought the Marvel is Jill, and then Chris also, and Wesker. And Wesker is good, you know. Like I care most Chris, Claire, and Wesker. Like I didn't care. Like it's not my choice to change them at all. I just put things that's it. Like they put the zombies of Welcome Raccoon City. They put the mansion. there's like Claire Redfield, there's like um Wesker in the end that got killed off, then was revived by Ada Wong. Then Ada Wong was the voice of the movie star from Woke Raccoon City and the ending of Ada Wong. And then Wesker is the where in the end wear his sunglasses, and that was okay to make him like if he was it will be OP again. Like of the original Wesker, and then pulling like Code Veronica and have Chris in there, like Claire, and Wesker, and then there's Jill. Like Jill should have her spotlight in that time of Welcome City. Should have like a Snyder cut and have like Nemesis coming in. Oh, Willie Perkins, Mr. X. Well, they both didn't show up in the movie. I think they got it from the manga script from the manga where they were all together, and but Jill was knocked out and she went to sleep. Mr. X came. No, Willie Perkins came to finish off Jill, and then but left her, and then Willie Perkins fought against Nemesis, and then Jill woke up, and then Carlos drove his motorcycle to find Sherry, and then save Sherry, and then Carlos left Leon, and then went back to the hideout for Jill Valentine. Yeah, that's it from the Resident 3 story that they got, and the Welcome to City, the Kill Off Bravo team. Like, I don't know if they were listening, but they said it was fan service. It was okay, because, you know, they put the Claire with the sandwich. And I think, like, I don't know much. I think, like, I don't know. Oh, I kind of do. But I will show you the Claire. Like, they did great with the... It's taking forever, you know, and that's the point of this. But they do their own, you know, or they don't want to make a movie, maybe. And they did this, they did there's like the stars entering the mansion. Wasn't the forest supposed to fill with monsters? But it's okay, you know. It's all okay with Chris. She was okay, you know. I didn't care what they changed their look, whatever. It's just the outfit was cool. There's Wesker. But I didn't care about Wesker, like, they just changed him. That's it. In the end, he did went to his form, his original form. There's Chris. Keeping him in the same, and fought against the zombies in the mansion, and then survived with Jill, but Jill didn't have so much screen time. Not sure like her heroic surviving the Raccoon City, escaping area to area, using her survival skills, like how Chris did, like where he showed his spotlight shooting the zombies and dodging. Like, and the hamburger guy, the from um she was with him in North American City. That's the difference between. That's why there is called like fan service. Well, I like that. You know, I didn't like the the. This is it. You know, the director like pretty much like knew what he was doing. Maybe because he didn't like the hamburger too. The original, maybe like it was good. It's just that that's not how like how it was. You know, of the original. And and it shows this, you know, this is it. But I like never want to go serious, but now I am. Like, this is like the hamburger. Like this the hamburger guy, this Claire that was driving, that was inside the truck too, with Claire Redfield. And but this is like the movies. This is the movies. This is the I have the DVD before they about to cancel it or when I don't want to show it anymore. Like that's pretty much how Resi was trying to do. To like how they're trying to show an example, like they usually do, like how they used to do, I think, before they don't want to no more. Yeah, like they give them permission to do it in the movies. Like doesn't have like Resident Evil is not so restricted. They never were. It's just that I think in their point of view of Alice movie, it was okay. They just wanted to do a different movie, I think, different story, and then it has to be like maybe they weren't trying to listen to a fan or some way, and somehow I don't know how Welcome Raccoon City was made. Somehow like a fan said something, and maybe that's how it convinced them to do this. But like I think Resident Evil like, is not that restricted. But like and allow like the director just to do his thing only, but still be like I see how like the director was doing that wrote this. I think like they still keep the Resident Evil, you know. It's just like in the movie they were trying to do, they put Clara in the truck with the hamburger guy. And look, he like even so he's just a side character. But this is how the original like how like I said, the original Resident Evil 2 is like a movie. And when Resident Evil created Resident Evil 2 and 3, the original is the movie. And look how close they brought. It was only a like a low budget, but they made like 40 million, I think. I'm not sure. Or like, Claire Redfield was there. She was a star, you know. She wasn't like. She was a star, like knew how to be the character, and they brought the character to life. I think first time in history, like I said, Resident Evil already made the characters. There's a difference between like casting because Resident Evil already make these characters, you know, and they were like trying to attempt to put like a movie star in it, like. Like Resident Evil Code Veronica. It's like I don't know if the movies were trying to help to put the cast of Resident Evil. I think I don't know. Like I said, Resident Evil already did this, you know, they already created them, they already made its characters design, and it's just, they changed their, like this is a serious movie. This is a movie of the original Resident Evil, that I know from Resident Evil Death Island, Vendetta, and Resident Evil Zero. And this is original. They didn't like planning to put like movie star face or user face on this. This was like already created, you know. Like, and I don't think Resident Evil was trying to intend to put this, trying to put those characters in, intending to put this in, and just if it wasn't like reimagined, like if they didn't like reimagine Resident Evil, and don't remove like performance and how the original Resident Evil was, if they kept the original like creators Resident Evil, then they wouldn't like have any mistakes. Like they did well in Resident Evil 4 remake because they listened, but it took a while, you know. Finally they listened because like it took them a while because like since Resident Evil 7 and then Resident Evil Village and then Resident Evil 3, 2, and then Resident Evil Death Island, that changed like the movie of Resident Evil Death Island when they changed the product of Resident Evil Death Island, the movie, and like this is the cast, but like this already was, you know. Like they don't work with like they do it on their own. That's why Resident Evil is successful and it sold well. And Code Veronica is something that I like to watch because like on Netflix there's like some characters that I don't think Resident Evil is watching or seeing because they've seen like some movies doing, and you know like how Resident Evil got the inspiration from Resident Evil 3, they put like reference from like some other movies and posters and stuff in the game of Resident Evil 3 remake, and they could do a Resident Evil Code Veronica, right? Like either versions, you know, either way they want to do it, or the studio that did the whole like a one version anime, and like retelling the same thing, like how the Lion King, for example, like I said earlier ago, like they did the Lion King, yeah, Lion King 1, and it's like this, you know. They have like this, and then this Claire Criswell, you know, and I like how the director did like put those two characters in of their story, become the main spotlight. Like there's the reason why these characters is like good than the games, you know. Lately the games of Village like changed the looks, and then it took a while, and then somehow the director somehow answer the fan service and listen to the fans. Then it shows the movie screenshot cast. Look, this is it. This is one of the. There's Claire Redfield looking at the like how they hit the. There's the hamburger guy. Like that's how like the director did. Like it didn't fail, you know, it was a really good movie. Just like Ghost in the Shell was a good movie, but not giving them a chance no more to make another one because they were kind of like Resident Evil, the same but different, you know. But they don't want to make another one. Well, like, and this one, like they made the Resident Evil Code Veronica that everyone wants to see, you know. And then the movie did this, did the they did the Resident Evil Code Veronica look, I think. Like, I didn't know if Resident Evil was like pretty much like in control of the characters. They give them a chance to give them a control of it. Or they don't want to take control of it. But they did good, you know, in a way. Like I really did like this story. Look, they made Claire and them, if they really want to make it look, they show a glimpse. Like if they really want to copy the original Resident Evil and just put it how it is, because like Resident Evil, like it's not like Resident Evil is not like a B. It's like a good script. Good script. There's this. Like this is good, you know. It's a good. We'll have characters to look like them. But like this is it. This is one of them. The cast. Like, this is it. This is the characters of Resident Evil. It's like a glimpse of how like Corona could come out. Like someone, I bet this some like they took fan service. I think it was good, you know, and they could do Code Veronica, like how he did the director. It was a good direction, you know. Like I really hope they don't change them, but like they have some other producers too in it. They did good too. They could have done more, you know, and put more like William Perkins versus Nemesis did, or like they want characters to look like Resident Evil, you know, to really look like Claire Redfield, really. Like for me, I think they were doing okay. Like they did good. Yeah, like they did good on the cast of Resident Evil, the local Raccoon City, and now there's a Yuki Hashio. Like, and like pretty much the anime is doing like just like they did. They start like they put in their series, mobile games, and live action. They put Yuki Hashio on the streaming service so someone could watch. Like if they put that in, then like putting on the US theaters, movie theaters, like, and they have this, like they put the characters. Like that's why like they can't choose like characters. They put characters to look like them really. Like they already have like they really put effort, you know. There is already a Leon, but they didn't choose him, you know. They chose this Leon, Lazy, because that's based on the Resident 2 remake is the direction that they're going through with Resident 2 remake, and this the Wesker. They kept Wesker now. They have shown Ada Wong, and there's like Claire Redfield Chris and Jill, and they did good for me. Like they um did a good job of the series, but like to reboot it, Resident Zero. I saw Resident Zero. Like I've been around kind of. I kind of been around and saw some fan films and such. Since Resident, since the Alice, the first movie where the super zombies were super scary, and the sounds and stuff, and they show that in Welcome to Raccoon City in the mansion with Chris struggling, and then Jill save him. Yeah, there's the when I say they did bad. Like then when I saw the Resident other one film, it was okay, you know, because to make them look like their characters. Yeah, like they changed stuff, but I like the part where they were walking in the forest and then they heard like a sound and then Chris turned around. That was really good, you know. That was a really good. Even so, it's just a small performance, but it was good, you know. When he just turned around to see if there was like something out there in the forest of Resident Evil, Sparkling Mountain. Like I said, I already seen one. Just like this fan film that was created, but it was like the kind so it wasn't like so much deep thing into it. Well, it was good, you know. It shows this. You know, I know a few things that said when I see a channel or something that they made. The Ken Burst was the second, but they do parody. And there's this. There's like this Rebecca Chambers. There's Sheva. But this was a different story. There was like this was like a different story further ahead. And like the channel, YouTube channel is like Carcast Studios. Like both are good records. I'm like I like the original Resident Evil, and like not like don't like the way the content was, and then Resident Evil Remake shows some of the full content. Yeah, but they took like a lot, you know. There was like a lot of materials in Resident Evil 4, the original, where Leon fought so many, then fought like some tyrant creature that is like a combined form or something. And this one was just that they made, and it was a story ahead, and then it was about Sheva, and then Rebecca Chambers. Some where like fans wants to know what happened like to the characters at that time before Resident Evil decided to make the channel now and decided to make the show with Rebecca Chambers and Vendetta. But like I don't understand, you know, like they put like a live stage and they put them singing, but they show like how Rebecca Chambers was. And then like this story, and then like how like fans wanted to know what happened. Like during that time, like fans wanted to know what happened to Rebecca Chambers and why she was missing. Like, and I didn't know they were kind of listening, or maybe they were. Like Billy Cullen, but like I was like a big fan, I think, and I was like wanting to know what happened to Rebecca Chambers and like how Chris would do, because he was like the captain, and like how Chris is, like how he's like a hero in Resident Evil the series, and how he saved his teammates. It will see more of him than just Leon, and like it's okay to show Leon, you know, because I saw Leon from Resident Evil this generation and Damnation right before Vendetta came out. And then Vendetta kinda came. It all was or never was created first. And like talking like, imagine if Chris could show Chris now, but he would be like the main star, and like before the reboot, before I didn't know anything about the reboot, and to see just of Chris of his original form, because they aged him so quickly, just to see him on like on the big screen with his original form but younger, and how he looks, and the graphics to be better, and the graphics is better, you know, compare against The Last of Us Part 2 versus The Last of Us Part 2 and Vendetta. But I think like Vendetta is good in the graphics, and it shows Chris saving Rebecca Chambers, because they keep chasing her. But like, you think you were like an expert of Resident Evil, but you were surprised that they put a singing stage behind your back, and you didn't know there was like a singing stage. And then Chris and Pierce was still there. Pierce is alive. I'm like, what the heck? What time was this? And then Claire, no, and then Rebecca was the BSAA teammates with Chris Redfield. She was with Chris, I think. And then she got kidnapped, I think. And that's how Chris came to find her. And then save her. And save her once. Save her from her university, where Resident Evil decided to go serious now. Like, things is starting to get to good parts, you know, but it took forever. Or maybe like they were listening, just that maybe they did have like some creator that did kind of listen of some fans, maybe, or went through and see, and then kind of listen. That's it, but not like take their advice or anything. Just listen or see was part to come like true from their guessing, and that they saw like how Rebecca is, and so they brought her, and then once like how they say they didn't like Rebecca Chambers and stuff, and that's why they put that in the story, like how like I didn't know that they got it from Resident Evil 1, where Chris saved. No, it's 4 times they save. Chris saved Rebecca Chambers from Resident Evil 1. Well, they could kill off the character, but they never put like a movie of all 4 Star Wars members survive, like Rebecca, Chris, Jill, and Barry surviving in the mansion together. Or that's why the reimagined remake has to be made to show that, to show the forest, to show like enhanced graphics again. like to not forget like from how Resident Evil 0 was, and how Resident Evil 1 was, and how Resident Evil 6. The most is Resident Evil 0 because how it was, and then they took that out and put into the CGI, and the Resident Evil 1 remake and Resident Evil 6, like, and Code Veronica, and then Chris said, like, they were trying to change Chris, but they can't because, Rebecca Chambers, like, she was, like, could take care of herself and stuff, but they tried to change it, but they didn't, you know? That's how the story was of the Resident Evil, and then, it's just, it takes long to know what happened to their quest, or their journey, or their story when they were, not in the game anymore on the movie screen, and it shows Chris saving Rebecca with the hunter, then save her again from the singing stage, and then saving her from the university, where like just like in they got from Revelation 2, where they take out Claire Redfield from her safe zone from terror safe, and then test her, and then she survived because in the Resident Evil 2, Claire was like more capable than Leon, and then Claire saved herself, and then move on, and then they took that part and put that in from Resident Evil Vendetta, and then in the university, they went to Rebecca, and then something happened, and then Rebecca survived, and Chris saved her, and then that's the third time. The fourth time, save her again, and it's over, and then they have the ending, and then Chris didn't expect, like, in parts, like, they should show, like, what's next, you know? The ending will show, like, the Snyder Cut. Like, they didn't, like, see some other movies that they do, where if fans wants to know what happened to the characters. And, like, I'm not trying to tell them anything. I'm just talking only. And then, they could show them, like, a Snyder Cut. They could show them what happened to the characters, like, what happened to them, what happened to Peter Cullen, what happened to, like, Steve, or what happened to Chris after leaving the BSA, what happened to Lady Miranda, how many teammates that she, the boss of Resident Evil Village, Lady Miranda, the immortal that could change transformation. You only see a little part of it in Village, but like what happened, like how she took down Chris Russell's teammates, like how they didn't show like how Chris in the screen leaving the BSA and go straight to chasing Miranda, like that part, they skipped that, you know? Just like in Vendetta where Leon was skipped. It also shows Leon in the beginning of Vendetta, and then they skipped him to Chris Redfield, you know? It took a while to have Chris to regain his role as main character in the movie. Like that's a struggle, you know, when seeing the characters and which one to choose to be in the series. Like that's really hard, you know. Like I could show parts of how in this like Cardcast studio that they made, that shows like Sheriff, but they made their own story. They made their own story, and it was good, you know. It was good. It shows like Rebecca in here. They kind of look like her, and then it shows Sheva, and then they were in a different timeline, and then they were talking, and they went back to how it, and then it shows Rebecca the mansion where she got in, like how the Dark Side Chronicle is, how she meet up Richard in Dark Side Chronicles, or you could see more. Like I see why the fans or they criticized, and that's why you don't see more of it. It's better to have that than just third person or first person, because you won't, or maybe you won't get to see a DLC, and that's why it was good that they did that. And it shows the characters, and then she went to the mansion, and then she made up with Richard in this live action, or like it only show Richard and them, and then it stopped, you know. This was it. There's the Carcast Studio. That's one of them. Car, and then CASS, and then Space Studio, and then there's the Gen Burst, TN, then Burst, Space, BURST. Is a good one too. Both, like both studios that they did. Like I don't know anyone had done like a right Resident Evil, but they did with like the forest only. Why didn't they show like the whole thing? Like they show the mansion, entering the mansion, the forest. They got the right cast, you know. They have like when they were walking the forest, and then Chris Redfield turned around to see what happened, and then one of their teammates came eating by the monsters, and then they start running. And then with Jill, they would have done something like that, entered in the mansion, show that part only, and then you show other parts like what they're doing, you know, and showing like the zombie or on his background or something, but still continue with the like the story of Resident Evil, the main characters, and you can show the side characters you want, but the side characters will get killed off based on the original Resident Evil. Like this. That's why I play a lot like Resident Evil Veronica. This is like, it's just like Resident Evil 0, you know? This is like Resident Evil 0 and this. This is like in Resident Evil 1 remake, but I play more like Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica. Because this has performance, you know? Not like how that. This is how the original Resident Evil was when it was released. You have nothing to say, you know, because they already created it, and they put DLC, and now the next gen, like how Resident Evil 2 remake got content, Resident Evil 3, they're not like a director cut, and Resident Evil 4 remake they finally went back. I think the next one is still good. Resident Evil 3 and 2. It was good. They will try to do it again maybe. Like and then Lady Miranda was something. What it would be interesting if they could put in Resident Evil 1, like watching them, because he has the power like the mole to transform to like trees or rain. She could control the rain, I think. But like they killed them off. Later Miranda, they went back to the original. Like but they don't keep the same Resident Evil, like how Chris is, Claire. Like it was something about that. It was something about that story. And then how come the Resident Evil Vendetta and Death Island it makes more sense than Resident Evil Village. they get to meet you as like Veronica, you know, and just like Lady Miranda, but you don't become like Chris Redfield just to finish her off, you know. Become a side character, and like it took so long to show the main characters of Resident Evil, or the original Resident Evil, but Death Island and Vendetta, and shows like what it is. That's why the movie came with Vendetta. Like it was special, you know, because like you had like fans to know because you have someone like has experience, and then put in the movie for one day only, or on the US movie theaters at the time when Vendetta was released, Resident Vendetta 2017, and then Resident Death Island didn't came in the US movie theaters, but there always will be someone that are interested in the interested in the titles because there's like there's this. That's why you have a chance now. That's why like the anime mobile games coming. There's like different that you could play if you want, and then the Full Metal, it's a Deadly Sins, and like, yeah, that's why like Resident Evil probably will come, I think. But right now, it's like the anime is doing that they're doing, cause really they notice Dragon Z is hard to listen. They put in Daima and Super. Like that's why I know my Resident Evil, and I play Resident Evil, and that's why like these the characters. These two studios that I know, but since Canberra's my one, it's the second studio that I know. There's another one, but I think it's in only in kind of like in their home, like there's Resident Evil. Like they could do Resident Evil 1, they could allow another studio just like they do, like how the games is doing. The original was, and then they have like others to help with Resident Vandella, and then allow them whatever, and then creativity I think, and then they did Resident Death Island. I don't know if it isn't that hard for them to do a proper Resident Evil movie if they want to do a Resident Evil movie, if they want to do a proper way, have another studio to make. But Arkham City did great, you know, the producers. They just said they didn't want to take a long, like the anime you see is doing the series, and you don't see Resident Evil is doing it. Like, that's why they show these clips. This is good, you know. First time like in history that they making the star to look like them. Like I said, Resident Evil already has its characters already. They were like trying to like put movie stars in Resident Evil. It's just that Resident Evil the original created it and they make it. They already put Veronica is, you know. You know what year Resident Evil Veronica was released? It was released in 2000, February 3, 2000. Resident Evil Survival 2 was released in 2001. Resident Evil Zero from the GameCube was released in 2002. November 12, 2002. And Resident Evil Code Veronica was released in February 3, 2000. That's called the glory days. Where there was like Fox Kids, Kids to be and stuff. And then everything got taken with Shaman King. Then Shaman King came back with, and it become exclusive because they decided to put it in like a subscription some way. And then Resident Evil February 3, 2000 was released. These characters were already made like this, you know. They were really good. The Resident Evil creators, they made the characters how it is. It's like a movie watching, and now time passed, and now they have this. No, they have this. They have Chris Redfield. They have Claire Redfield, and they look like their counterparts. They always could be someone else with Chris and Jill. I just make them like Nightwing, Jill. Like I always wanted to see, but I'm not like. Isn't like how the Lord of the Rings is. Lord of the Rings, where they listen to a fan because it knows the story and the writing, reading the book or something like that. Because Resident Evil Veronica is the original. Just brought up the original Resident Evil with Code Veronica, Alexa Asper, proper Alexa Asper, and. Well, I don't think they want to do that. It would take forever right now. He's doing this. Yuki Hashio. They already finished Yuki Kenshin. They don't want to do like a TV series. They just want to show Yuki Kenshin. Just like a One Piece also. That did great too. Next save. Resident Evil already had its characters. It already had its characters already. There's the. They're already like. There was this intro. Like they only showed just that part. They would have done more, you know. It's just it was a little glimpse of them working in the forest with the Stars members, and they have the original Chris Redfield from the old series, and then they put it back because they noticed how others want to see, and then they show us the Chris turning around. That one of his teammates got bite from the monsters, and then they escape and go to the mansion. They got shown the mansion. They could have shown then just like a little small part only, and then finish it up. You know, they could show more of it. You know, that okay, what they could do. You know, monster coming from the window, or break through the window, or. Well, they want to show side characters from Stars that got killed off, or Forrest, or Foster, was his name, that became a zombie by from the birds, or something like that. But they just saw two parts and it's good. They were never gonna get another Resident Evil live action movie, TV series, or have a CGI series based on like Resident 3, 0, 1, or live action 0 that look like their characters. Well, they see like use Billy Corgan for Stranger Things, but they won't do that. Or Rebecca from that's making like a Alien Isolation movie, a new one, but they're not gonna use them. Like they could, but they won't do it. But yeah, like I said, the creator is evil. They made the Infinite Darkness. They made the Resident Evil. It was good, Infinite Darkness. They brought Resident Evil 10th Island. They made it like tougher for the characters. And right now they have Jill. Jill is the only one left. But I don't think they won't want to make a CGI series on Jill. They could. But this reason why Resident Evil Defiant came out because it was a sequel, but like I said, the creator left, and that's left the series, and that's why because without the creator of Resident Evil, you won't get another CGI series and tell us about the main characters, what happened to them, or want to see more of them. They were like kind of like taken away since Resident Evil 6, and Chris they came, but it was someone else. I made Chris, and they want to put him in, and then. Now you only have Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield. I gotta put them more than Leon. Like Leon, everyone has their opinion and stuff. Leon is okay. You should be grateful that Leon is there so that you have your CGI series. But we will continue with the CGI series. We don't know. Right now it's Claire Redfield. No, right now it's Jill. Chris is already finished. It will be his last game. But they say Rebecca, like she was smart, Didn't the fake Resident Evil fans don't want Rebecca Chambers, but she should be there because she knows how to like cure things. And Chris pretty much was like still in his PSA outfit. That's better, Like this graphics is good, but it's not better than Vandella graphics. Vandella graphics was more better, It was like the best ever. Because, the original Resident Evil creator was the one that came in and put Vandella and put the characters in. And now, all they're gonna do, a proper Resident Evil, will tell when they're making Resident Evil, tell them to not mess up the Resident Evil character's story or how they should act some way. And right now Jill is immortal. Chris is already like They say 3 of them is immortal. They age slowly, maybe kill only, because he's like superhuman now. Like, he has agility and stuff. So maybe Clara's immortal or slow aging, just like Rebecca Chamber. And Chris Redfield is his last game. Like, you see, now I see how Chris Redfield is from the Della Veronica. Like, I already know how Chris was since Resident Evil 1. Like, but now I know like more since Resident Evil Veronica. Chris is a hero. He can survive. He escaped. It showed parts in Code Veronica. He escaped and find Claire Redfield. Then and then Chris, his performance, it was when they took away his spotlight and then show all of them together at once. Hard to do, to show all of them in the spotlight and show their talent and their dialogue and their and how they are. And then Chris is good, you know. He still is better because he's already awoken. But what happened? They let Miranda trick Chris Redfield and then came after her and then left only Rebecca and Claire could show up. I don't know if she has returned to Terror Save. Maybe she did or maybe she left because in Death Island she showed up for Chris and Jill and then Rebecca. You seeing them all together? So that means there's perhaps a way maybe the villain know and they took Claire away. And I don't know about Rebecca because she's still in there. And then the Resident Evil, they're saying that like they're supposed to not, Rebecca will not show up on Barry. Like I don't know, I see why they want to show Barry because of like Natalia, it could be Alex Wesker. I don't know which character could kill off, but Rebecca should be there because like then just like this some scripted thing like Revelation 3. They could show like Jill or but tomorrow who will make. They say Chris will be the one in the last game. Like this is like how Resident Evil is, but I know from Code Veronica I could definitely guess right because this is the original, you know. How they will change it, you know, just to confuse the like that knows about Resident Evil, that been playing the Resident Evil series. How they will confuse them, you know, because like Claire Redfield, the zombies, like I didn't expect it. The zombies to be like better and be smarter. Just like from Resident Evil 4 remake, like counter Chris and then Claire and then a little mosquito, then almost made them zombies. Like how are they gonna do that? Surprise them again? Well, they gonna try do the same thing for Resident Evil 0. Would they do another Resident 0? Or they like how are they gonna do this? Like this graphic I see is good, you know. But I see why they got this from like for Resident Evil 4 remake. Resident Evil 4 remake, or the look how it is, or maybe Resident Evil 3 Resident Evil original graphics, or you get multiple choices and how the kill looks and how the CGI cutscene was for Resident Evil 3, where it was kind of like different than the new one. It was like it's like this graphics. It's like this, you know, the sounds, the how the kill was look using her flashlight and then turn it off and on, and there's a sound when she keep using the flashlight. Yeah, it's like that. It uses the sounds, the effects. It's all from Resident Evil 3, from Nemesis. Like that's why I noticed that. I think no one else is talking about it, all this stuff that I'm saying, and then but still the Resident Evil Vendetta was like more better because Rebecca Timber was, so it's different. But anyway, graphics from Resident Evil 3 was, kill looks like, she looks different. It's not from like Resident Evil 3 remake. It does look like it, but not really. She looks more like her version from the CGI. It's a different Resident Evil, you know. There's different looks of the characters will be. But like if they do like a proper Resident Evil 3 version, it would probably look like this than Vendetta. Because Vendetta was something, it was like similar to Metal Gear Solid 5. But no, you know, it was kind of like better some way. Metal Gear Solid 5 also was good with Big Boss, Venom Snake. Well, now I get to chapter 2, what happened, or how it would look. They cancel it. First time ever, and on the we were supposed to have a DLC, but it got canceled from Metal Gear Solid 5. But like, Vendetta was different, you know. But this, I think if they do another one, this will have a look. Resident Evil 3. This probably will look like this, you know. Like if the darkness was, and then this probably will look like this version. The sounds and the enemy fight, you know, yeah, it will look like this more than like how Vendetta was. Vendetta was like more like Code Veronica, more like more performance and stuff, and enhance. Like how will Resident 3 will look with you? Will they put Jill? Will they put her? Will they put her character in? Will they make her look herself? Will they put a live action Jill? Will they lose the stars, movie stars, just like they did with Welcome Raccoon City, but more like look like their counterparts? Like there's already a Jill, like I said, from like you could use from the X-Men series movies or Marvel movies, use them to be like them. But I think they were not. Chris, they did. Chris, I don't know if they're really listening, because if they're like kind of similar to Resident Evil, like kind of lazy, and then you just have to kind of tell them, or not some way, a chance, first time ever, But not really. But Rebecca has to like use. She's like could look like her from they're making the AI Isolation movie, the new one, and then keep Claire and Chris, or change Chris if they want from Nightwing, or and Jill from like from, from the movie because they finished like Deadpool 3, like X-23 maybe, as Jill, then keep Wesker, then keep Ada Wong the same. And there you got your Res Evil. So it's their direction and it's their choice for them. For them, they already did with the Res Evil 4. Like, so if the director that is really into Resident Evil, I think, and he really did kind of listen and put the fan service on what Quantum C. That mean they had to put Resident Evil 4 series, and then has to do Code Veronica. Maybe Resident Evil 0 also, or like a reboot if he wants to do that, and then perhaps he will be like the main director or writer too for Resident Evil and have the same producers maybe along with the Resident Evil series. Like then they have to do that, you know. I think they're still doing Resident Evil 4 and then Resident Evil Veronica, and then they could get a choice whether or not if he wants to the director or writer wants to do continue the series or reboot it and then put Rebecca Chambers and like my prediction would be like if they do that, I mean I could guess it, you know. Like I'm kind of good with guessing. The second Resident Village, the Chris Russell will have turned to a werewolf, but the team is split because like they're doing like Braden City and Life Factor. They're split, and then whereas they were just doing a different story that they did in Village, they're just split from Life Factor and from Braden City. Like the movies right now is not split. They're like pretty much together now. They're like they have some the producer that did the first movie of Alice where it was zombies and then they all got killed off, and they have like that same graphics like this. Like they can really do, but they have to let the director do the same for Arkham City and even write the story maybe more serious now, and then have like similar to like how Death Island did, the Resident Zero, and then if they have to do it right, which like then they have to, you don't have to put change it to like from X-23, and then we're back out from Resident Evil no, from Aliens Isolation, the sequel, a new series that they're making. I already know what they are because they kind of rebooted the It movie, Chapter 3, or Michael Myers Revive, the continue of the main character daughter, the sequel, or maybe because they can't leave it there because what if Michael Myers comes back alive some way from the dream or some witch to revive him, and then the main character daughter has to be the one to finish him? That'd be something from the movie that they're rebooting, or the like Chris Redfield, whether they keep him the same, the reboot, or change him to Nightwing from Titans, and then you have your Chris Redfield, and then he will fight off and then Leon from Kingsman that looks like Leon, and then you have him fight, and then Veronica, there probably will be like a fight against Chris and Wesker that they want to see, and then Resident Evil 5 they have to do. Pretty much they have to do that because the rumors about Resident Zero coming back. I mean they have to bring Billy Corgan from Stranger Things to be Billy Corgan, and then that will look good. They probably do well, but I don't think Resident Evil will allow it because they kind of restricted, just like it shows this. Hey, just like Life After Trading City was made. Like, this is a proper thing, but it took forever, you know. Now they're kind of like making history some way, making this. But I don't think Resident Evil wants to do it. Anime is doing it because it's different product, different community, I think. But right now, they want more. It's Jill and Claire because they took away in Revelation 2, they took away the part where what Claire has her own villain of Alex Wesker, because Chris already has his Wesker, but Chris like, and now Claire is facing Alex Wesker. Natalia has seen that they have to show Alex Wesker soon against Claire Redfield. Not even the creators or developers of Zero know about that because like it probably take longer. Like this is Rebecca from Revelation 3. That's the reason why Mandela was made, because of all this writers and stuff from like anime, and then they made Mandela, and then Death Island, Resident Evil Death Island. This Jill from that is a superhuman. She's like how Resident Evil 3 is. This is the only Jill. I don't see how the reimagined Resident Village will fit with this because this is a different version, you know. I'm kind of like an expert on that. There's the 1.5. There's the original version. 1.5 is like not like how Claire shouldn't be the main character, they say, but she is. She is the main character. I like that part. Professional Degeneration, the flashback. To see more zombies. There was like Leon and Claire surviving and then seeing each other in Resident Evil. There's the flashback of Resident Evil. They have this flashback. From the Darkstar Chronicles, but this is called 1.5. But they put this in a flashback, then put it like a proper Resident Evil 2 way. I like this version, you know? Then I feel like someday it will come back. Someday. This is it. This is the flashback from Resident Evil this generation. And this is better, you know? But you like skipping some important things, you know, running around from Arkham City. Zombies chasing them. There were zombies chasing Leon and Claire. Like that's the original Resident Evil that I know. I thought PS5 was ready for this. Like that's like, but they've imagine. It's always will come up to me some way from the like they run away from the zombies from Resident Evil generation, and like they would have been for Resident Evil, you know, Vandella, the PlayStation 5. I don't think PlayStation is not allowing Resident Evil to be the focus, I think, or not allowing them to bring back the original Resident Evil. Maybe PlayStation 6 will or PlayStation 7, like, or a CGI series, maybe like voices to be for them. Or live action, but like I say, Leon, there's already a Leon, you know, from this direction that I see. Like, why Resident Evil is not doing this? Like how they did in the TV series and stuff. Like, what I have, like, no, they were not listening. They probably will not listen, I think. And how, like, what are they gonna do? A Resident Evil series, right? They always were series. Is it that it depends on Resident Evil? Depends on them whether they want to do a Resident Evil run. Like they already have Resident Evil. Like, Infinite Darkness isn't bad, you know. It's for the viewers. It's not for some other keep negative about it. No, it's the original Resident Evil. The scary Resident Evil that I kinda know. There's this, you know. It's the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. Look, Leon returning to proper Resident Evil. Like, it's different than the live action movie because they have issues, and that's why they were on strike, and now they fix it. But it's different from this, the anime. The anime movies or something is different. Like, they could put Leon voice actors from like the fourth Hokage from Naruto. The voice, Japanese from the fourth Hokage was better, you know? And this Claire, you know? This is good, you know? You can change this, you know? You know what? Like, I don't think someone ever talked to like PlayStation some way. Because like way back they could do what they want, I think. And the releases like Resident Evil Veronica that was released in 2000, and then Resident Evil 0 GameCube was released in 2002 because you were wasn't you were still like a grasshopper, and then now you get the opportunity because like the internet was made now, and they made this direction of others to make videos, and then how come you're kind of like allow others to make videos to talk but not get like a chance some way? And that's why they brought back the streaming service so everyone could watch again. Like Netflix was the first somehow. Then if like you got my attention with Resident Evil. Like you got my attention with Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. And why did you stop? Like didn't renew season or something on the anime is doing? Like, what's the difference? Right now the anime is doing, but they're doing like just on their own. I see why they did this, you know, because if if there's like a problem some way that I see why they decided to do this on their own. There's like the anime, mobile, the CGI series, not too expensive, but use like the fourth Hokage voice actor from the Japanese, the fourth Hokage as Leon, and Spanish from Mexico they want, like they did with Vandella, they see it, that they did use Spanish from Mexico to put in for Leon and Chris voice actors. Like, I see why they do this now on their own, just like they did in Fullmetal Alchemist, and have like other movies in it. Besides like anime, like Korea, Japanese and stuff, movies in it, even some different zombie stuff that they have. They're doing it right now. But right now, they're not doing it, you know? And Infinite Darkness is still there. Infinite Darkness is still there. And it's still like kind of exclusive, you know? It's still there. None of the like the PlayStation did this. Like the streaming service is looking on this some way. Kind of like listening some way, I know. And feel like, okay, we put this Resident Evil Infinite Darkness in it. That's it, you know. The zombies of Resident Evil this generation always will be more scarier than they did put the CGI like zombies stuff, details. face expression. Like, I don't see like the characters running around, you know? Like they ever want to see, you know? Maybe it was too scary for them because that's how Resident Evil is, the original, was scary. And I don't like how Resident Evil 4 Remake is, but it's super scary, you know? And like the zombies, you know, like Leon sweating, and then because zombies, and you don't see like performance, you know, you don't see like the reaction when they see a zombie. Like they don't get scared, but Leon was about point at point like overwhelmed, cause like there's this, you know. You didn't show this part, you know. You didn't show like didn't make them like their form. You know, imagine if you play this with enhanced like graphics on this, if they didn't reboot the Resident Evil and maybe Resident Evil or Capcom pay attention to Resident Evil and its key players some way. Maybe they still have keep them, you know. Maybe just the one that was in charge of the CGI series, you know, and then maybe they will show performance, you know, and not like cut content and not like cut them out and not see the reaction of the characters because that's what like the fans want to see, isn't it? Like how Final Fantasy is doing a rebirth, but not even this like how the Last of Us Part 2 is. Like the first one that ever do this before they kicked them out of Capcom or the original Resident Evil team kicked them out outsourced. Like Resident Evil 3 remake shows like Nightmare Inferno. They show like zombie brat out the window, you know? It's like this, you know? It shows this, but what happened? They have like someone else and they cut content from like and that's why Resident Evil 4 remake came back with the former team as such, and they came and they fixed it and they put the original Resident Evil 4 remake because it sold well. Resident Evil Generation even so didn't sell well too. Maybe it was, but it's super scary, you know. This is super scary. There's like puzzles, there's like zombies, there was like imagine you playing on this enhanced graphics. But right now they don't have. They do have some other creators of Resident Evil, but I'm not sure they want to go to that direction because like they brought back zombies. Why not like it's scary the Resident Evil Generation zombies? I could have that then the Revelation rebooted. Like they rebooted the series, you know. It's the um there's the zombies from Resident Evil from that gave me goosebumps, I think. But they changed the direction. It's still scary, the zombies, because they put some of the CGI, their face, and look. It looks different. This generation, there is a chance for it to come back because of Resident Evil Remake on mobile. Like, I didn't know that they want to do that again. And then how come Fading City's coming up? And Life Factory, because they were kind of like they did their own because they're taking forever, I think. There's this. There's the. That could come back, you know? This is a scary zombie, you know? From Resident Evil. The detail and graphics would have been. Look, this is different. Look how like it is. They don't give them an option, you know? They're not focusing on like the main OG players, and then have them like either they will like think that it's like a normal character, but it turned out to be a zombie when you help him out in some way in the game that it tells you. Like, I see why, like, Resident Evil Remake, like, it did great, you know? They brought the zombies, you know? But they did it a different way in Nightmare and Inferno. Like, could have showed the city, you know? Or, like, Nemesis, 3 forms or something. Battle against the Nemesis. Or, like, this, the... Like, I like Resident I like Resident Evil 2 Remake because like they put like more into it, but they did cut content because that's when they started when they didn't listen or focusing on the OG. The only one that does listen was the original Resident Evil creator, you know, that did the CGI series was the one that listened. This movie was out in 2008. It came out on its own independently. Then some fans created a channel and talked. This was already made right before they were creating a channel. Look at the details are different, you know? This is like the one with the hat of the zombie, you know? Look how different it is. Super scary, you know? The space expression. Like, this is scary with the zombies. They're probably back. They could have shown more, you know, from this generation. If they go back to more horror, then this is more horror. More horror. No, like this. Also, you don't want to show. Like I see why some other creators make their own inspiration in some way. But if they don't want to show the city, the Raccoon City from Resident Evil, and they want to show Resident Evil 3 director cut, like if you don't want to show that open wide area, you could show like in this generation, in that place where there's like an airport some way from starting the movie, you could put areas in, you could put like that feels like it could be an open floor, you know, an open area, but it's not, but it is, you know, some way. And then zombies could pop out, break through the window, or you stand there, or you're AFK, or like how Resident Evil Remake was, how it worked. how it was. 3 zombies bite them, game over. 2 zombies together, how is it to remake is? First, zoom in camera when the zombie bites you, and how it looks, animation. When the 2 zombies bite you, and maybe it should be like or maybe like there will be a reaction button where you have to stop the zombie biting you, and then you kick him off and help Claire throwing the gun from Resident Evil Generation, or that shouldn't be in it, and maybe no kicking, maybe no like action kick for Leon. Like maybe I don't know how it will work because he will be a superhero, right? Maybe like remove his superhero and make him feel like more like original Resident Evil still, and just zombies bite him, or 2 zombies bite him, or 3 zombies, or work like maybe no co-op, but feel like it could be. But no, you're with computers together, how the original, and then this one spot or something where they escape, they have to escape. Now maybe there will be a countdown somewhere, because you are alerting the zombies when shooting the zombies one at a time, and they can hear like sounds from your when shooting from your gun somewhere, and then zombies come out of nowhere, bit by bit. Maybe come out from the plane that's like that cover, and then they hit the door and then went down, and then they like huddle up or gather together just to take you down. You know, be smart, like more similar to Resident Evil 4 remake, like that. Counter you, surprise you behind you, or like yeah, and then expression, zombie, or your AFK, zombie maybe will come up to you because they're running around, or you're trying to, or you pause the game, it doesn't pause, it continues, or similar to Resident Evil Outbreak, or by the window, you just stand there, and then they are hidden the window somewhere, based on the generation that they never use, but they do have it on their own, that nobody does, like break through the window. If that one zombie was trying to get the one teammate and Leon save him, yeah, that could be something like that. Trying to help your teammate save them, or if they want, or I don't know, like, oh, but I don't think they will. This is scary, you know. Resident Evil 1 remake, the remake of how they look, where they like keep the original Resident Evil characters form, the reimagine, or we'll go back to its roots of the original and make it more scarier, because they show the first zombie from the opening scene and make the player sweat a lot, maybe, because like I kind of know, because if I play Resident Evil 2 remake a lot and I see these zombies and how they were, like combo you one red bar what endangered for one bite only, or 2 zombies bite you and the game over, like, and you hadn't seen that for a while. I think Resident Evil needs to come back together again, just like Resident Evil 4 remake they did, and just make it scarier, and then they go on their separate ways like they usually do, that I see. But I don't think Resident Evil wants to will do that. I don't think they will not kind of surprise me, or surprise other players maybe, to see zombies like this, but scarier. They're scary, these zombies. I always avoid them because they gather together some way. But I don't know. I feel it was this generation, and I wanted to avoid it, but like Mr. X always appear, and it always has to like when you put hardcore, sometimes the game is like different, and then you have to like wait for the Mr. X to pass, or the zombies come gain up on you if you shoot too much, or surprise you behind you some way. That be something, or they have so much ammunition some way, like a Resident 3 remake and Resident 2 remake with grenades, maybe. Maybe try like focusing on the original Resident Evil survival horror, and I just have the zombies like come out from like the areas, not be restricted, and there's like a forced wall some way, so they can't enter and they just went back to their area. Maybe it should be like let them into the areas, you know, that wasn't Resident 2 remake was supposed to be. And then have like zombies coming in RPD, and then because the players taking so long to be overwhelmed, like this is overwhelming, you know. And I don't think no player still exists. They use grenades some way. They use grenades and stuff. Like that's why I don't use it. Yeah, I keep like the original Resident Evil to feel like from PlayStation 1. Yeah, this is it, you know, this is the CGI. Been waiting, you know, the zombie look. It's scary. They don't want to come back, but they did. Even Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4. But like, I want to see more of this version of how this was more like it has a lot of depth, a lot of stuff into it, like speedrunning, glitches, smartness. Maybe have like one KO, not like one button rip or and just finish the player off, you know, just like that, you know, to have like the bring back the two like zooming camera where the zombies come in and bite the character and then game over, you know, or standard hardcore or something else that they could make up, or how like Resident Evil 3 remake did, and just see that and just put like that direction, or like you could do that, you know, you could like really put that in, or in the mansion, you know, like this forest, the fog, or maybe monsters, maybe some way to be in it, or like it's still like no one have made it yet, like no one like done this at all. I'm just talking only, like you could like show pretty corner now. Like Resident Zero, it's like this version, you know, like how like I play this. Resident Zero is harder, you know, make it more harder, you know. Because I saw how it was in Resident Zero, you know. It's like this, you know, the overwhelming. But like players have their own play style preference. Like I didn't use the grenades at all and be hardcore. Claire on story on hardcore is different than Leon. Leon is like kind of easy, the kind of way to finish, but Claire is harder against the final boss. Too much health, you know. That's why they show you how to beat it, you know. That I like, you know. And then that's missing for a while. And you brought it back in Chainsaw demo. Like Resident Zero, like you could put that in, you know, in Chainsaw mode. And then probably like this version, or like overwhelm the player maybe. Or like forest, the train, the final boss has so much health, like a lot of health, you know. I don't know how you're gonna do Resident Zero remake is. That would be too hard, you know. I don't see. Oh, whoa. compete against the Resident Zero original, because like on hard it was very hard. The bat has so much health, but I think they will cut it maybe. I don't want that, you know. I want like similar to Resident 2, like Claire was, where it was super hard, and that's to use the knives to finish off the boss of Resident 2, or like or Resident 0, or like the boss, the final boss, has so much. It has like, it was different from Mr. X. There was so much health. The bat was something, you know. Even the frogs, like bring them back maybe, so it could make it difficult for the player. And like it takes you to know how it works, you know. But I don't see like you're not bringing it back from the Resident 3 was, where it was so difficult, you know, and no one can beat it. You know, it should be like bringing it back for Resident 0, you know, and make the frog appear to eat the player, you know, surprise them. Oh, they're not popping out, but it will pop off some way, because to make the player understand to not use so much of your ammunition, you know, and then have like backtracking, kind of like some way, and then make it difficult for them, and then they use so much of their ammunition, like they won't save themselves, because the frog was just gonna eat them up, like how I see it when playing it. And then I beat those two games in my playlist. It was difficult. The bat is more difficult, you know. Super hard. The bat, super like form. Like you could scare the player. You could have session in. You could like put like really cool in buddy, or that it's saved from the manga, or like become the scorpion, and then they mutated, became one, and became a scorpion, you know, and be the coin fight them off. Or put some glitches to speedrun, you know, they skip the zombies. Like this, like I don't know how any others can compete this, because like this is like high level, you know, very high level that I know, and this came from the CGI, you know, and then like I never expected to see from Resident 1 remake the zombie to be like enhanced graphics. Like I thought that Resident 3 would be based on the original, you know. Like that's why I didn't use VR, but to see like how the demo of Resident Vendetta that I'm talking about, the demo, you weren't playing, but you were like the AI, and someone became a zombie, and then you fight against Chris and Leon. It's like that. You don't see like the zombies overwhelming or this Raccoon City, you know. And you see that part, the beginning of the intro. You don't see that part. This is something. Even so, they cut the content. This is just a glimpse, like how like Resident could be if they really like Resident really want to do this. Like Resident never lost its touch, never lost its. They say they were lazy, but they never did lost it. It just depends on like the direction. The direction will be, and what like Resident 0 would be. Like I faced the frog without like I have like the grenade launcher. I didn't have enough ammunition or magnum or handgun, you know. It was super difficult because it wasn't hard. Like I have to go back and forth. I know it's good, you know. But I see they're gonna put inventory some way for them to process on the game and have like their stuff in it. I like it when it's lay on the floor, you know. To make it difficult. That was good, you know. Make the player. I don't know if they expand it to Resident Evil or some way. That is good to just back and forth, backtracking, and then puzzles. Like I miss the hard, difficult puzzles. I know the more difficult puzzles somewhere. Chaos Break. It's more difficult. I don't think they would do that. Resident Evil. And like a proper live action. But I think they would not. Like it has to be someone from like that did like Resident Evil or some way, so could like tell them, and that's how it is. Like that's why Resident Evil finally came, but it was different, you know. It was like this version treatment. Like, that's how I know, you know. From Resident Evil Finland, from Resident Evil, it's very scary of this version of Resident Evil of VR will be what they say about Sword Online, like from the anime that I've seen. Like they take some expression from this, from all this anime and stuff. Like that's how Resident Evil Vendetta and Death Island was made. Like that's why I don't play first person VR. I do play first person. Only one is in there, the option of third and first person to be in there to play. Or they didn't put original camera angles, but like I see the Resident Evil 0 would be a 1 scary. A run around from Arkham City. That probably will overwhelm the player. They're doing like examples that I've seen from demos, but they're not gonna make it. Oh, like I saw Resident Evil 0 and 1. Good thing I don't play in VR somewhere because that's pretty scary for me. I can imagine it'd be overwhelming. Just like Resident Evil. I'd be like Leon hardcore, but like on Claire on hardcore still is powerful, still overwhelming to most players. Only like speedrunners could beat it and stuff. But like I said, that's the that I see from the percentage that it's very difficult, and like even so they come content that one series with Resident Evil 4 remake. Well, it's popular, it's very good, I see why. But like, do you have nothing to say or talk about that? Or anything to be like talking, and then like that's what Resident Evil remake was, the intro, and like Resident 0, that's why I don't play, you know, because the players like showing ass. It is scary, you know. This is scary, you know. It's very difficult for me against with Leon, but I passed through it. But like I said, it's very difficult because they changed some monsters in the water, in the swamp, or in the underground, and I had to shoot directly right so I could pass them. Yeah, very difficult to learn to dodge or pass through that, and then get the flamethrower, or flamethrower, or the flame machine or some way. And then you have to get the chest, and then you have to go back. If you didn't kill like those monsters, you have to pass through them, then move on, and then you have to face Willie Birkins, and then yeah. But the Willie Birkin is hard too. If you have more health and stuff, and not waste your bullets, it's like quite refuel. Yeah, Resident Evil is also because too much health with the bat, and you have to beat them, right? You have to leave your weapons, you know, that's annoying. But it's good, but I think they're gonna put inventory some way. I don't think they were kind of really focusing on the main players. Because, you know, Resident Death Island, it came out. It didn't come from the US movie theaters, but they're always a streaming service. I don't think Resident Evil wants to like put it in it because they're like more. This is the Resident Evil that I know when playing, because you don't need to say anything because you're not in the if there wasn't internet. Resident Zero come out from 2002 GameCube, and then Code Veronica from 2000. But now like they're back, you know. This is what it is. This is the from the Resident 3 version graphics, but the enhancer with this version, they chose this graphics. Like how they gonna do with Resident Evil? Like Resident Evil, they kept the script, you know. How they gonna fit Resident Evil? This like makes sense, you know. Chris and then Claire, like you gotta give an explanation after that in the movie. You gotta like, tell the player like, okay, what happened to Chris, how everything went to fit in, you know. Different versions, different story, I think, I know. And like that's why I talk about the live action. Even so, like Resident Evil doesn't listen. I don't think anime is listening too. I'm just kind of guessing everything. No, this is it. This is like a proper basing the anime on only them, because the series that you watch, cartoons, yeah, it's different from Resident Evil. Resident Evil is like, this was released in 2000, and then these characters were already made, you know. Then the movie came out, it looks like them, but then it didn't like how you remember of them from it. Yeah, kind of scary when you see them, and then they become real characters. They could have put Resident 3, you know. They did the Arkham City wall, they did the sound wall. They have the zombies, you know. They know the scares some way. But I think more Resident Evil knows it's Resident Evil themselves. They know a lot, you know. The smartness that you play, that you play a bunch of times. They do like let's herb, create a cure or something for Giovanna time in Resident 3, and then you learn it a bunch of times. Then the water samples, and so you kind of forget, but you did play it when I kind of speedrun it, and did this, like, you know, this water samples. That's the reason why you play Resident Evil, cause like it wasn't like you just play it, that's it, and you know. But they took away like the smartness, you know. They took away like the Dino Crisis. Like Dino Crisis is a lot different. It's like more combined stuff and puzzles. And now Resident Outbreak is different. Zombies comes in, but it's not that difficult than Resident 3. Dino Crisis. Yeah, Dino Crisis, Resident 3. Yeah, that's it. That's those. And that's that, you know. And even Resident 0, the hardest, and Resident 1, it's invincible mode. You could not save everyone because it's too difficult, you know. That's the example of Resident 1 that I think players is not telling, that Resident 1 is so difficult. You could not save everyone and escape. you have your own reference, you know. You can tell the player like their play style, like this is how you do it, you know, like how they say. No, you beat it because it's too difficult, you know. That would be overwhelming of the time and then hours, and then you make a mistake because you have to be more aware because like the zombies, they they always can kind of predict where you're gonna the next from the character movement. Yeah, and that's why you beat it in invincible mode. And this forest, Foster Forest. Oh, it has a grenade to run him in his vest or some way. And you beat him because it's super zombie. You can't shoot Forrest or Forster. I don't know his name. Forrest or Foster some way. So difficult and you pass him. And that's final on that. And then that's it. You know, you don't see more of that super zombie. That is the first scary super zombie that I know. They hadn't put that in like revelation of Rachel when it became a super zombie, or from Resident 3 of Brad from the forest, from the RPD window, and then came out from the locker room. Like I could do that, you know? Like and it's different. They would have showed that more. They did show more, you know. These characters, like they came back, but it only came to a movie and that's good, you know. It's just scary watching live action, but this is good, you know. You wanna get the chance to play this because it is good, you know. It's gonna make you sweat a lot, you know. But it exists from the remake from Resident 2 and Resident 3 when you have to dodge a lot, perfect dodging, and that's how Resident to remind players from against the final boss of Nemesis. You have to keep dodging, but he should acid, and then you step in acid, and then you mess up your rhythm. And then the Nemesis keep hitting you and doesn't stop. If you put Inferno, it doesn't stop. If you dodge it a lot, you skipping like how it shows from Resident Evil. Show the player that it was difficult, you know. That way it was. That's how you got so good because you remember from the original Resident 3, the dodging sometimes messed up kill when she's in the wrong spot, you know, and you get hit. That's just like in the final boss. You could dodge and you could beat it. Well, it's very difficult, this boss. Like, they don't want to show you this, you know. The zombie like this. They can really do this if they want. The universe of Resident Evil like this from Final Fantasy. Like their universe like this, you know. But they don't want to do like how Sword Online is. But not like that, but just game over. You get fired from a zombie, and it's game over. You know, you wait to the next new game or some way. That's why I don't play first person. But I see other demos. But I heard that Resident Evil is enhancing its RE engine 2.0 or different. But really enhanced? Are they gonna let go like this super scary details? Are they like, will want you play co-op to run away from the zombies from a city? You be in our universe, and then you become like this character, like how Resident Evil Vendetta demo, the demonstration that it showed me, that I saw it, but this is exclusive in Japan, and it shows you could see Leon is, but you're running around. And there's like buildings in Welcome City, or some areas that they're running. But alright, I don't only saw this flashback only, but I didn't see much. You know, I didn't see the end. I didn't see like how it would turn out to be if this ever become like a CGI movie. What voice actors would be? Would they put movie stars? Would they put like Claire Redfield from Welcome City and Leon from like whatever, or from Kingsman Leon? Like Harris Dickinson? Harris Dickinson? That's his name? From Kingsman? That could be Leon, but hey, it always gets me wrong. Like, that's why they don't put them. They don't put those characters, but they exist, you know? They exist. Like, like on shows somewhere, but never put them in in this. But in a video game, imagine VR like this, graphics, VR 3 and 2, in this universe like this. Oh, that'd be scary, but they have to be them making it, then others doing the Resident Evil VR. That'd be scary, but they're separate and they show inspiration of other games of Resident Evil. Inspiration from them, and that's when they make it. But they, like Resident Evil didn't do it. They're making it their own, but like I said, Resident Evil could do it if they want. It's their choice. Like Nemesis. This one we won't get Resident Evil 3 CGI. Oh, another CGI Resident Evil. Those will be Resident Evil this generation. Because of Resident Evil Remake. Those will be Resident Evil this generation. Yeah, Resident Evil this generation will come. I see why it came from mobile, but they didn't choose the graphics like this. But I don't think Resident Evil wants or attempt to make it scary. But they should make it scary, but I think I should, you know? That's good, because like in VR, I would have been sweating around, going to the floors with stars, and then the game version kind of look kind of realistic in some way. That I see some other demos from that I recently saw from other games, and like I never would expected to like go back to Resident Evil, but it become that universe that I know secretly. And I don't want to get to be in that universe and then see zombies in the forest, monsters, mansion, or is there 3 the Raccoon City intro beginning, where zombies enter it's super scary that when they created the zombies from the intro for Resident 3, where the zombies come from the Raccoon City. And then you saw it from commercials, and then it was scary how it was from the window, where you could have been like side characters some way, and you become them some way. Like how they did in Resident Evil Vendetta, the demo, where they showed a demonstration. It was exclusive in Japan, and it was just a movie demo. But you see the character, and then he transformed into a zombie, and then you were in the elevator, and then you fought against Chris and then Leon. That's scary in that part, you know? And then I think the player will be overwhelmed, running around Raccoon City areas that never expected will like be different, and then you have to break through doors or some way, I don't know, maze, puzzles, some way to find your way. And then either, like this generation, where Resident Evil could use, because they're smart, you know, they're kind of smart because the puzzles and stories, and then graphics, and then the hardcore of these zombies look, the smartness, how it was difficult for some players. Resident Evil Remake is difficult. It just made it a bit more difficult. Puzzle, no, the team up, gather around some way. They don't want to put that smartness way of the zombie, and then but you don't face them. You don't face them. It's okay, you know. But Resident Evil could easily outsmart the player they want, you know. Could make it very difficult for you with puzzles so that you don't pass it. They can easily do that if they want. Because you like made a channel doesn't mean like anything, because like you they can make a puzzle very difficult for you and you will not pass it. It will be hard until someone beat it. But it has to not be based on like them pass it for you and purpose. You just have to wait until like a good player like usually could beat it. A very good player that's very good that still exists, maybe that still play Resident Evil that they known for, and they beat it. Yeah, and they know that they were sweating too when playing Resident Evil, and how like how difficult it is beating Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, and stuff. Yeah, that's when they sweat a lot. Yeah, that's how it is. When playing Resident Evil, they could have put you in, if they want, co-op in Resident Evil and VR, more realistic, enhanced graphics, engine that they're choosing, and they could like pretty scare you in it, pretty much, and you have to just work together. So what you have to like kind of work together, you know. You can't like, I don't know how Resident Evil 1 remake will be, like either work together or they super scary some way if they leave it behind and then the mansion just blow up some way in the game of Resident Evil in VR. But like in Resident Evil 0, you kind of have to work together some way. And then, I don't know either if they want like right now, like I saw Resident Evil Remake, they put strict invincible walls so the zombies doesn't enter areas, open doors, you know, or go into safe rooms, you know. But if they chose like if they allow like zombies enter doors and safe rooms, and then someone play as Billy Corgan has to block the door because the zombies like passing by, or they get confused because maybe the zombies will pass by. Sometimes we'll kind of confuse the player or make them like react and see whether or not the zombie will enter the safe room because like one of their teammates is like hurt or damaged, or character is damaged, and then the zombies just pass through the area or just passing by, but didn't enter the door, you know, like because that's how it is. Like, I don't know. Well, I don't think Resident Evil will do that. They already showed a demonstration that they're blocking the walls. There's invincible walls. The safe room is safe. The Mr. X doesn't enter. Nemesis doesn't enter safe rooms. Doesn't shoot in a rocket on you or a rooftop, or like passing through you. Use his tentacle to hit you with a combo, or like throw you up and down. like throw you to the left and then still using his technical and then throw you to the right, and that's that, you know? I don't think they do that. Oh, like Mortal Kombat kind of like finish him, go test your mind. This is something to test your mind to survive against. If whether it's specific character or if you pay attention, you know. Like they did kind of do that, but like we like they expected to see that since the Walking Dead Clementine that has like multiple choices some way, and that's the only Walking Dead is the only game that's like is like similar to Resident Evil, but kind of better because it's multiple choices and you have to save characters or players wants to know the true ending, but it's too hard because the timing and stuff, and it's overwhelming, and you have to do that because you were asking for that. That's why the Walking Dead Clementine exists, and it came back just for the because it's in it came back and that's it. Resident Evil hasn't done any. Like did some, but right now they're doing like right now they're not doing anything. The team or if Resident Evil doesn't like do anything at all. There was like Resident Evil has this spotlight of resent. Is it that only if they choose, well, I think they will like will overwhelm the player of Resident of like what I say. Everything like I said and most player wanted. Like zombies enter rooms and Nemesis and Mr. X enter rooms, but they didn't. Maybe one area, but that's not like a safe room completely. Because a safe room is like really a safe room for players to feel like they're like okay, but not being overwhelmed. They would have been overwhelmed with Nemesis enter safe rooms, and that's why the players like that's why they spread a lot. Since Resident Evil 2 Remake on hardcore, and even Resident Evil 3 also. The most is Resident Evil 2 because you know why? Because you only use defense Ivan, but if you need defense Ivan, and there's no dodging. You have to like do it right, dodge him, dodge the zombie, or you get bit from a zombie. Yeah, that's how it is. But then like the zombie bites you, and then you get like close to become a zombie too, and you have to find herbs to back to have your status normal, like that type of way. They didn't do that, you know. They didn't put that. Oh, yeah. They hadn't like kill off any characters at all. Why would they do that with Leon and Chris? And like in Resident Death Island, they did, and then they stopped them. I don't know who the characters is, like who they like really are expected. Like the zombies, I know, and like how Resident Evil was. They didn't like want to continue with backup cameras, so they have it like a few times to get rid of her, the character, but then survive 4 times, you know. How like it's different, you know, when seeing this. Like, how are they gonna do with Chris Redfield? And like I don't see any Resident player like explain this or like talk about like the first person zombies from Resident Evil 1 would be like sitting in the chopper with stars, computer AI some way, or like Vendetta some way, and just walking from the forest. Like it's like based on the movie, but you're controlling the character some way. I you know, like moving his, wiping his hands, like detecting your movements some way, like looking at your watch, like programming the watch, exactly how it should start, like and pay it and use like how the based on the movie Vendetta was, like the timer before his teammate turns to a zombie, you know, you have to like save her, and then like that type of way, based on the movies. I don't think they would do that, you know. They just put like movement from controls, and then you shoot, and that's it. You know, like there's like a mention, like a gloved movement and track, or like moving around, or using your watch, setting up your weapon to enter from Vendetta, you know, just to prepare in the mission, and talking to the computer some way, like using your voice, talking to it. I don't think they would do that, but that's kind of like how Resident Evil Remake is. Like that smartness level that I know.